The best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, we're going to look at how to create a main function which will allow us to run a Java application. As always, this file is available for you to download using a link in the description below. We'll give you a couple seconds to download it, or you can simply follow along. Alright, so let's get started. Notice I already have public class and example 2 listed here. And now what we need is a special method called the main. Now, if you have any experience with C and C++, you're used to the main function. The difference is that everything must be contained inside the class, which is why we have this class here. So I'm going to create my main function. Now, just like with our public class accessor, we're going to have a public accessor for our main. That way it can be called from outside our class. So we're going to specify public. The second thing we're going to need is a special keyword called static. Static is going to allow us to call our main method without having to create an object of example 2. That's important because we can't create an object if we're not running our application. So this is going to be kind of how we're going to get around it. Static methods are unique to the class in general, not to individual objects. We're going to talk more about that in the future. For right now, just know that we have to have 2 separate modifiers for this method, the accessor, which is public, and static, that's going to allow us to call it externally. We're not going to return anything, so it's going to be void, and then it must be main, and main must be lowercase. So this is a keyword that Java is going to be looking for. Sometimes you're going to find it in a class, and the class will be called main. Sometimes it might be called my application. The class name does not matter. That main method name does. Then we're going to take parameters. We'll talk about those in more detail, but this is required. We're looking for an array of strings. So I'm going to say string args, and that's short for arguments. These are things that could be passed into the Java application when it started up. Since it's an array, we're going to use the square brackets, and you'll notice as soon as we did that, Visual Studio Code went ahead and put a run or debug up above it. And I can simply click on one of those to run it. Now, right now I have an error because I don't have a body for my method, so I'm going to have to create an open and close braces. This is where the body of my method is going to go, and now I have a fully functional, although extremely limited, Java application. In fact, I can save this real quick, click on Run. It's going to say we want to allow access. And you'll notice down in the terminal section that the application ran and exited. Now, we don't see anything happen because there's nothing inside of main. But this is technically a full Java application. In our next video, we're going to look at how to print out information to that console window. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider looking at other videos inside of this series on how to get better at programming in Java.